Aloha and welcome back, intergalactic wolfy friends. Dreamers within the dream, thank you so much for joining in for another inspirational global team meditation. Our mega meditations, we're calling that Waking Up with Wolf. Our inspirational meditations to be able to level up together within this shared dream reality. So thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in as we just get things all set up here at this point. If you're tuned into the broadcast live in this moment, for those of you on any platform, what we're basically is encouraging people to share this broadcast with one person each day. So literally just like one friend who you would just be like, yo, like I've been tuning into these awesome broadcasts. I think you really appreciate it. Like they're fun. They make you smile. They get your body moving. They help you like tap into your energetic body. Like go ahead, tune in. Like catch the recording when you can. So things are all broadcasting across, once again, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, galactic, we're broadcasting in the Andromeda Nebula right now. Maybe we're broadcasting from the Andromeda Nebula? I don't know. I mean, what proof do you have that I'm not actually on like some sort of spaceship? What proof do you have that I'm not actually just like a hologram, right? So anyways, we'll get more into that later. For those of you who are here, let's just begin just by moving our body. For those of you who are here for the first time, just begin listening to your body, begin connecting to your breath. I'll kind of walk you through things. Again, my name is Brendan, Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, Skull Babylon. We've been doing these broadcasts for quite a while, and now more than ever, they're becoming incredibly valuable, incredibly important. So that's why when I'm inviting you to begin sharing this broadcast, like I want you to do it as like a gift, as a tool, as a resource, to be like, yo, like here, something helpful, right? Like it's like giving someone something of value, something of substance. So as you're just moving your body here, again, the first part of the meditation is just kind of moving our body. We're going to do a little bit of like massage on our body, just kind of chit chat, give people a couple more minutes to be able to join. And again, from there, we're going to go into our mindfulness practice. I got something cool planned for today. I usually got something cool planned for you guys. And then from there, we'll get into our movement practice, our vocal exercises, and then from there into our chakra toning mantra meditation. And then from there, we'll wrap it up. So all said and done, this broadcast usually goes for about an hour. And yeah, it goes by quick. And I guarantee you'll like smile and laugh at some point. I don't care if you're laughing with me or at me, just as long as it happens. So, all right, so just begin massaging your body. So again, for those of you who may be new, go ahead, drop a 333 in the comments down below. For those of you who have been here before, drop an 1111, and I'll always go back and read the comments for those of you tuning in on Facebook and YouTube. So whenever you get a chance, go ahead, leave some comments of gratitude, even if you want to send me a direct message afterwards, please by all means go ahead and do that. So again, at this point, just massaging your body wherever you feel called to massage, even massaging like the parts of your body that maybe don't always get some sort of like regular massage. So that could be like, again, like just like parts of, I always say, like when was the last time you kind of like massage like right under here? Like right under here is a very sensitive spot to massage, but there's a lot of like I think it's like lymph nodes, right? Like is that, again, I'm not reminder, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know like all of the anatomy, but again, I know like just like those tender spots where like when you massage it and you're just like ooh, like find those spots and then kind of spend time, because usually when it's like ooh, like that's usually like, oh okay, there's like tense energy there, like there's like a buildup within the fascia. So when you get into the idea of like deep tissue massage, again, it's this idea that the energy that we carry, emotional energy, can get built up in our body. Like we physically carry it within our body. So again, just massaging wherever you feel called. We're going to work our way down to our legs, and then we'll finish it off with the face. So I'm just massaging the lower back here. Again, just like using your knuckles, or if you got like a massage wand. For those of you who have like crystal massage wands, these are the ones that I make. Using those, even like getting in on the back. So again, at this point, we're just connecting with our breath. Just beginning the practice, just beginning by waking up the body, or maybe this is like a practice that you do at the end of your day, whatever works. But yeah, when we're massaging the fascia, it's a very, very powerful thing. And I've experienced this where like I've received a deep tissue massage, and you do it and it like literally can release things that you've been carrying for years. So it's like, oh, like that old relationship that didn't end the way you wanted it to, like, oh, what? Like you were like carrying that like somewhere over here or something like that, and then they're like doing it as you're meditating, and you're like, oh my God, and then you just like start crying and stuff like that. Like it's a real thing. So again, this is a very important practice. All of what we're doing here, the intention, what we're doing here is developing new habits, new routines, new methods of self-care, of self-love. And in the process of doing that, we're also implementing the practice of meditation, the practice of mindfulness, which now is becoming like this incredibly valuable necessity. And I think, again, due to the circumstance of the world, more and more people are realizing this. Like, meditation in today's day and age is essential, absolutely essential, because it's easy for us to kind of, get cabin fever and things like that. So it's like, oh, what? You can't go outwards? Let's learn to go inwards. And as cliche as that sounds, like, yo, it's real, man. Like, so again, just massaging your body, your lower half of your body. I'm just massaging my legs, going to work my way down to my feet. For those of you on Facebook and YouTube, you can't see the camera that far down, but again, just taking this moment, this is like, again, all of this practice is like going to be very personalized for you. So just making a habit of massaging your body. And again, this is something that I encourage you to do, like, do it more than just this broadcast if you feel called to. So again, I'm just massaging the feet right now. So we're broadcasting on TikTok, by the way, so I think it's working. I don't know if it's working on TikTok, but anyway, so just massaging the feet, massaging the soles of the feet, even just like stretching out the toes. And again, when you massage the soles of the feet, you're like massaging like the meridians of the entire body. All the meridians are like literally connected down to the feet. So just by massaging your feet, you're waking up the meridians, which again is like prep for the next part of the practice, which is like more of like the mindfulness and the energetics part of it. So right now, we're literally just like stretching the energetic aspects of the body. It's like when you're about to play a hockey game, which is more or less like kind of like the way how I approach this with like hockey metaphors. You stretch. You spend like the first like 10 minutes just like stretching right in the morning, or right before the game actually starts. So right now we're just getting the body ready for the next part of the meditation. So once you're done with your feet, again, just give that, even go deep in there, go deep into your foot, not to the point where you're like hurting, but even to the point where it feels discomforting. That's okay, because like if it feels discomforting, then that means you're like moving something that probably hasn't been moved in a while. So, okay, all right, massaging those feet. And if you start doing that on the regular, like you'll notice the difference. All right, we're gonna move our way up to our face now. So again, even just like massaging the neck, massaging the jaw. I know there have been some people, they're like, yeah, since I've been doing your broadcast, like I've just been getting into the habit of like massaging my face regularly just because. And I'm like, dude, like that's awesome. Like keep doing that. Like that's like really, really valuable. Like massaging your face is like so incredibly important. So again, if you're feeling in today's day and age, you're just like, oh, like I'm feeling heavy, I'm feeling stressed and everything like that. These little things that we do, meditation, body massage, these things are going to help you. So what you want to be able to do is just be aware of like what techniques you can apply to be able to help you feel a little bit better, because you at the end of the day are ultimately fully responsible for yourself. Like it's an interesting thing, because it's like, yes, there are external circumstances that are beyond your control, but there's a lot that you have that is within your control, such as the actions you're taking, such as the self-care that you are applying to yourself. So again, just massaging here, even massaging the ears. Again, if you haven't massaged your ears in a while, give those a little bit of love. There we go. Massage those earlobes. Feels good. Again, I just like the idea of like people tuning in right now. It's just like, hi, I'm Brendan. Welcome to Waking Up Our Earlobes with Brendan. So 2 hours straight of massaging your ears, finding all the little crevices. Have you found that part that's like inside that fold? Yeah, that's the one. There we go. All right, so again from here, just kind of massaging even the top of the head. Give yourself like a little bit of a scritch and a scratch. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just like bring yourself into a place where you're just like giving yourself permission to smile. Smiles are again just like a yogic exercise in itself. Smile asana with a little bit of giggle asana. Tee. So again, as much as it's just like, oh wow, it's like this is like, kind of silly and stuff like that, at the same time stick around and we like drop into this like warrior element too. So it's like we need to kind of have we need to carry both, and we're going to be doing some like cool like warrior archetype stuff for today's meditation, so stick around for that. All right, okay, so we'll go into our tapping. And then we're moving into our mindfulness practice. And again, from here, just kind of like nice smiles, bringing in like some deep breaths. Making any sort of noises, even just starting to release any sort of like just like old air. When you do those deep exhales, you can just kind of visualize like gray smoke kind of like leaving, so it's like stagnant energy, so it's like recycled energy, right? So it's like clearing out, and then you breathe in fresh energy. So as we're tapping here, we're just gonna do a couple mantras. Again, this is like part of the routine. For those of you who tune in, you guys are getting familiar with this. You guys are figuring out how to do this. So for those of you who are brand new, though, knowing that there's literally brand new people tuning in every day, so that's part of the reason why it's like having a routine and making it accessible. As we do this, what we're going to do, we're going to speak mantras to ourselves. When we do this is a technique called emotional frequency tapping. When you tap yourself like this, again, you're activating the meridians, and you can do it even like on your hands. You can do it like anywhere on the body. You're tapping into the meridians, and then when you speak with intention, it's like encoding this awareness into the body. So what we're going to do, we're going to tap on our face or wherever you feel called to tap, even like top of the head, activating the meridians, just giving yourself that self-love. And as we do this, you're going to speak like words of affirming, like affirmations, mantras. So you can kind of create your own in your head, but they would be things like, I am powerful, I am inspired, I am flexible, I am determined, I am resilient, I am vigilant, I am creative, I am caring, I am expanding, I am patient, I am ever unfolding, I am infinite love, I am the cosmos coming to know itself, I am a sacred warrior, I am a light guardian, I am a shifter, I am helping assist with the shift in consciousness through my own personal growth. As I go inwards, we expand outwards. So just do that for just about like 10 more seconds. Any more things? So it's just like, I am loved. I am adorable. Try that one. It's like, I'm so adorable. I'm so cute. So it's like, you are. Like seriously, if you're watching this, like, you're cute. Like maybe no one's told you that recently, but you are. You're very cute. So that's why people tune into this broadcast. They're just like, tell me I'm cute, Brendan. Just tell me I'm cute. So it's like, you are. You're cute. It's okay. All right, so finish that off. Shake it out. Do you guys want to do some quick round of laughter yoga? Might as well. Let's just do that. It'll only take 1 second. Again, so for the laughter yoga, what we're going to do, this is a diaphragmatic breathing where we're going to like breathe with the focus on the exhale. So it's going to be nice big inhale and then exhale. And then the inhale, and it's going to go, ha, 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 ha. And so it's like kind of like focusing just on the exhale. The inhale will kind of happen on its own. For those of you who've done yoga classes, like this is a breath that they usually do at the bottom. Sorry, at the end of the class. And so we're going to do this, and then this is going to become like, it's going to become like a ha, 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 ha. It's going to sound like breath, but then eventually it turns into a laugh. And this is like, like Alan Watts used to do this. So shout out to Alan Watts. He's with us here now, man. Like, whoa. So, okay. So, follow my lead. We're just going to do one round of this, and then we're going to get into our mindfulness practice, and then we're going to spend a little bit more time with our chakra practice. Quick reminder, for those of you who are here, not only am I encouraging you to, like, join in, like, every day possible, but, like, join in Fridays. If you can only join in one day, join in Fridays, because Fridays we do this like really cool team meditation around the life tree with like our activated avatars and like doing really cool chakra work, and like that's like a really powerful like message to code to be able to send out into the matrix. So I want as many people here for Fridays as we can. So let's move into the laughter practice meditation. All right. You guys ready? Okay, so follow my lead. For those of you who have done this before, you know what to do. For those of you who have never done this, just watch and join along. So, okay, deep inhale, exhale on your own. So deep inhale. Nice big exhale. Deep inhale, follow my lead. Ha, 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 ha. Keep it going. Hold it, keep going. Okay, 10 more seconds. 5, 4, ahead. Breathe, breathe, breathe. If you did that, you probably like it'd be like, damn, that's like an ab workout too. It's like the tensing and the relaxing in the muscles. So good. Now your face probably feels like a little bit lit up. Massage your face if you need to. All right, you guys having fun? Cool. Okay. If you guys are having fun, go ahead, take a drink of water. We'll move into our mindfulness practice. Drop an 1111 in the chat if you want to. If you're just like, yeah, this is cool. I guess this is cool. Like, I guess, right? Sweet. A reminder, if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out ParadigmShiftCentral.com. Make sure you're subscribed on my YouTube and my Instagram for those of you who are either just on Facebook or whatever platform. I post exclusive content on TikTok, so make sure you're following me on TikTok. Again, these broadcasts and everything, all this work that I do, huge shout out to the Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters, you guys with your monthly contributions help make this possible. So if you're in a position financially where you've been tuning into these broadcasts and you're like, yes, like I want to be able to like help support, please check out the Patreon when you can. And again, that can be like $2 a month, $5, $11, $100 is all equally appreciated. So thank you again to our Patreon supporters. And again, if you're not in a position to support financially, like share this broadcast with a friend. And that's what I was saying. Like share this broadcast with one friend. If everybody here shares this with one friend each day, we can get as many people to tune in as possible. And there's some big meditations coming up. I was just contacted today. This is just kind of side news and we'll move into meditation. I was contacted today by a Facebook page that has like, I don't know, 2 million people. And they want me to do like meditations for their page. So I put out that intention a while ago where it's like, here we are doing our meditations. And then one day, like I'll be doing meditations and it'll be like thousands of people tuned in. So this is all just practice. What I'm doing, what we're doing as a team. So, all right, let's get ready to move to our mindfulness practice. I just gotta blow my nose 1 second. All right, you guys ready? Okie dokie. Thank you again, everyone, for your support. It's super felt, super appreciated. And yeah, let's move into our mindfulness practice. Okie dokie. So what we're going to do here today for our mindfulness practice, we're going to really focus on our imagination. Imagination is something super valuable within us that we usually don't utilize. When we grew up in school and everything like that, you know, like it'd be interesting because it'd be like, oh, stop daydreaming. That's my impersonation of one of your teachers. You kids in the back, stop, pay attention. I don't know, nothing against your teacher. I'm sure she didn't sound like that. But anyways, the meditation of focusing on our imagination is incredibly valuable. So all of what we're doing here, the intention behind this is literally evolution. This is us being able to tap into latent abilities inside of us, being able to evolve as magi. So it starts off with like, hey, this is fun meditation. And then we quickly ramp up where it's like, yo, this is about evolving consciousness and this is about tapping into our latent abilities and like becoming real world superheroes. That's essentially what we're doing. So what we're going to do with this practice, we're going to visualize ourselves going into our, like we're going to drop into our heart space. And then from there, we are going to go to 4 sacred temples. And each of these sacred temples is related to the elements. And what we're going to do is we're basically going to focus on our imagination. And we're going to go to each of these temples really quick. It's not going to be long. And we're going to practice visualizing ourselves doing martial arts with each of the elements. So it's very much going to be basically like Avatar: The Last Airbender, like any of those, water element, fire, earth, air, all of that type of concept that you've seen before. Let that be inspiration for you. And then what you're going to do in this meditation is you're going to focus on like as much detail as possible. And again, when we do this, this helps with our other meditation practice. This helps with our dream practice. Like that's a big thing. Like as much as we're all here physically, like more and more of us are starting to get better at our dream practices right now. So this is a practice that's going to help you with your dream practice because you can think about stuff with more detail as you fall asleep and then kind of work on becoming like merging those realms. So with that said, we're going to start off first by just dropping into our breath and dropping into our heart space. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being a part of the team. So with that said, go ahead, everybody, just close their eyes and gently begin just by starting your awareness on your breath. Deep, gentle inhales through the nose and the mouth. Soft exhale through the nose or the mouth. As you're in this space, continuing to breathe, invite your body to relax. Relax your face, relax your cheeks, relax your eyebrows, even relax your ears. Straighten up your spine just a little bit. Lift your chest just a little bit. Straighten up the literal spine so you can imagine the vertebrae all in alignment. Allowing that energy to flow, that creative energy, that life force energy. So as we breathe here, we are gently going to activate our avatar form. And as we do this, we will start off by visualizing and feeling a flame at the center of our heart, a pulsating golden white light at the center of our heart. And this light, with each breath, as we invite our nervous system to just be able to relax, as we allow ourselves to bring ourselves to this stillness, we allow our attention to move inwards. We allow our attention to move to the details of our imagination. And so this white light is slowly going to move through our body. This is a very short part of the meditation. But what we're going to do is that we're going to fill our entire body with white light. And then from there, we're going to activate a transformation process. And on the other side of this part of the meditation, you're going to visualize yourself as the you who is ready to be able to train at the temples. So in this case, you're going to imagine yourself kind of wearing almost like soft robes. Imagine you as like kind of like a Shaolin monk, like a ninja style version of you. The you that's like ready to kind of train in the martial arts at the dojo. And so as we breathe here, feeling any tingling sensations up the spine, visualizing this white light moving through our body, feeling it, your imagination will literally guide this energy. And as it moves through your body, it activates even just like dormant intelligence within your being. And you feel this energy moving through your chest, down your shoulders, down your arms to your fingers, feeling it moving down into your torso, your solar plexus, past your hips, your root, all the way down your legs to your knees, all the way down to the very tips of your toes. And then as you breathe here, drawing this energy up, all the way up the spine, all the way up into the face, all the way up to the crown of the head. And just breathe in as you feel yourself as this illuminated white light, this illuminated being. And from this place, you can literally create yourself into any form. And so in this process, in this practice of the meditation, on the next couple exhales, you're going to imagine yourself shifting from this visualization of white light into a visualization of you in your activated avatar form who is ready to train at the martial arts dojo. So breathe here, deep gentle inhales, soft exhales. We're going to count down from 3, and on 3 this white light is going to kind of like expand. It's going to like explode like a scene out of an anime, and then it's going to reveal you as your activated avatar form. So 3, breathing deeply in here, feeling this transformation occur, feeling the sensations through your body with as much detail as possible. 2, breathing in nice and deeply, allowing this energy to radiate from the center of your being, from your heart. 1, another deep, gentle inhale, and on the exhale, feeling this energy expand in all directions as it reveals you and your activated avatar form. So it sends out like a wave. And now, in place of like this white light that was all throughout your body, this white light is now within your auric field. It kind of glows around you. You feel the white light, though you can visually see yourself. And so you look at your hands, you can kind of imagine even just flexing your hands before you, familiarizing yourself with your astral form. So visualize like your hands in front of you and just kind of move your digits, look down at your pants, see your clothes, these nice flowing robes, clothes that you have on, nice and loose fitting. And now from here, what we're going to do, we are going to bring ourselves to a very special place within our imagination. You're going to imagine yourself in the middle of a sacred circle, and before you are 4 doors, 4 portals, and each of these portals is an entrance to the sacred dojo. Each portal takes you to one of the elemental temples. And so on your left is the temple of water. To the one next to that is the temple of fire. To the one next to that is the temple of earth. And then to the one on your far right is the temple of air. So look here at these portals, visualize them with as much detail. You can see the water kind of has its own look to it, as with all the others. And what we're going to do is we are going to walk through the water temple first. And again, this is just going to be kind of like a quick version of what we're doing here. So we won't spend too much time, but if you really dig this, this is something that I encourage you to return back to on your own. So in this moment, imagine yourself walking and even feeling the texture underneath your feet, feeling as much detail as possible. And as you look through the portal, you take that step through it, and you even feel a sensation as you step through the portal, almost like kind of like splashing yourself with water. And as you do this, you emerge into the courtyard of this sacred temple, this water temple. And this water temple is going to look whatever it looks like to you. So imagining the colors reflecting that of water. And you look around you and you see other people who are practicing their own forms of elemental bending, of water bending. And so what you do within this part of the meditation is you find your own place within this dojo, within this courtyard. And I want you to, at this point, physically hold your hands about fist width apart, just in front of your solar, in front of your tummy. And I want you to just kind of face the palms towards each other, as if you're holding a little energy ball in your hand. And visualizing yourself standing here, I want you to kind of like step into a stance that feels that like you're just like cultivating power. And then from here, I want you to draw forth the energy of water from your heart. And this feeling of water is going to move through your body all the way down your arms, and is going to move out the palms of your hands, and is going to begin creating a ball of water within the palms of your hand. And so I want you to visualize this with as much detail as possible, even feeling as much texture as possible. Again, part of the practice of this meditation is the details, the texture. And at the same time, even just being aware of like the feeling of your body, the weight as you stand on the ground, the texture of the clothes, even the air around you, the ambience, the sounds often the space around you. And so here in this space, visualize as this ball of water slowly begins to expand. And then from here, what you're going to begin doing is you're going to begin playing with this water. You're going to begin wrapping it around your hands. You're going to begin moving it in different directions, even holding 2 balls, 2 spheres of water, one in each hand. And basically what you're going to do now is you're going to imagine yourself practicing a form of martial arts that is very much akin to a dance. So I want you to imagine that you're kind of like dancing in ceremony right now, and you can physically rest your hands where you wish. And so imagine in this moment with as much detail and as much grace as possible as you move this ball, this energy, this water through the air, and you actually contort its shape with your imagination. So you can imagine kind of literally at this point just playing with it like a paintbrush, allowing yourself to imagine yourself kind of bending in new ways, very acrobatic ways. You can even imagine yourself kind of doing like one-handed backward cartwheels while kind of like allowing the water to shoot up into the air, and then you're kind of like conducting it with your mind, and you're kind of playing with it, swirling with it. And so as you continue to do this, just allow this to be as real as possible for you, feeling the water kind of moving around your hands, through your body, allowing yourself to create like really cool patterns with it, even kind of creating like sacred geometrical patterns. You can practice kind of like shooting it off into different targets that are at the dojo, feeling that energy moving through you. And at this point, just allowing yourself to feel the coolness of that water. So breathe in this moment. Let this feel as real as possible to you. And at the same time, let this feel familiar. Let this feel as if it is something that you've done before. And so again, if you've seen the shows, the Avatar or anything like that, let it inspire you. Let it be a blueprint for you to be able to act upon. And so we're just going to be in this temple just for about 30 more seconds. And then we're going to move into the fire temple, and we're just going to spend a little bit of time at each one. So play with this water a little bit more, become familiar with it, feeling it move through your body, feeling it just kind of fly through the air. You can literally just kind of like practice like lifting it up and moving it left and right, throwing it off into the distance, and then even like pulling it back, kind of like a frisbee that you're throwing to yourself. Feeling that your awareness extends into the water itself. The water is not separate from you. It literally is an extension of you. So allow yourself to just kind of play here. Imagine yourself dancing, feeling the joy and the excitement of this sensation, and then slowly bringing all of the water back into your form. So imagine it kind of like returning to your palms, and then bringing yourself into a place where you're ready to gently just conclude this little part of the meditation. Just conclude it off in a way that feels right for you. Even just putting your hands on your chest. And just acknowledging that power within you. Beautiful. And now from here, you're going to turn around and you're going to walk out a portal that appears, and you're going to return back to the sacred circle, the nexus. So walk back through that portal. And now you're standing there again. You can see the 4 portals to each of the temples. And then from here, you're going to walk through the fire temple. And so as you do, as you walk through the fire portal into the fire temple, you're going to feel like the sensations of warmth, of heat, of the element of fire. And so as you walk through this portal, you imagine yourself arriving at this sacred fire temple. Again, same thing as before. Don't need to go over all the details again. I want you to begin imagining the details of this practice in this immediate moment. So feeling a fire building up between your 2 palms, feeling this fire moving from your heart down your arms into your palms, feeling the texture of it. Can you feel the heat within your hands? And it's not going to hurt you, but you'll definitely be able to feel it. And then from there, literally with the snap of a finger, you're going to begin moving into a dance, moving into just like this like martial arts, kung fu, Shaolin type flow, where again, you're just like feeling this fire moving around you. And again, you're kind of dancing in a way that reflects the element. So you're dancing maybe a little bit sharper, a little bit piercing, and you're moving this fire energy in all directions. You're kind of shooting it. You can shoot it at different targets in a way that is just allowing you to begin to understand how you can control it, while at the same time really focusing on your imagination here. I want you to imagine right now, as much as you can, that this is basically akin to as if you were in a lucid dream. And if you're in a lucid dream right now, imagine the ability to be able to control these elements with your thoughts, with your mind. So feeling this fire as you contort it and twist it within the air like an artistic gymnastics, and then you allow it to just swirl around you, dancing with you. You can imagine like a single orb of fire, or multiple orbs. It can get as dynamic as possible. You can even create like little fire tornadoes. Allow yourself to just really practice, and the most important thing in here is to see this as a form of play, and to allow this to be a way to be able to connect back with your own spirit, to be able to connect with the fire element within you. Breathe in here. We're just going to spend about 30 more seconds here, and then we're going to go back to the nexus and to the earth temple. So allow that fire to just to excite you, allow it to educate you, allow you to feel the texture of it. Again, feeling the weight of your body on the surface of where you are, looking around, seeing other people practicing in this dojo, and reminding yourself that this is a space, that this is actually like an astral temple that you can return to, and your imagination will be the key to helping you return back to this space. So as you do all this practice, is literally activating this like latent superhero within your heart, this elemental, this bender within your heart, one who is connected to their heart, connected to the elements, connected to their mind, connected to the universe. So slowly bring that fire back into the core of your being. You absorb it back into your hands. Gently place your hands on your heart. Take a breath here. Nice and deep, gentle exhales. Thanking and finishing this part of the little ceremony on your own. Thanking the temple. And then from here, we will walk out of the fire temple, return to the nexus, and we will now enter into the earth temple. So you look into the earth temple, and as you step through it, the sensation of earth kind of moves through you. And what does that feel like? If anything, you can imagine it as like the feeling of like rich earth. So like cold earth. There's like a coldness to it, like the coldness of like a rock. And so you enter into the earth temple, and once again, you see people training there. You see people celebrating, dancing, connecting with the elements. And then so from here, same thing before, add a little bit of a distance to your stance, a little bit of a bend in your knees. Imagine this earth energy moving from your heart down to your hands, and you can even imagine it kind of like emerging from your hands. It's almost like sand, but then that sand kind of becomes solid as it moves into form. It contorts and it creates like clay within your hands. And this clay becomes malleable. You can stretch it. You can form it into different shapes. So again, as you breathe here, initiate this part of the practice where you begin moving and playing with these elements, contorting them in a way that allows you to flex your imagination. So you can even play with the idea of kind of like even just like tossing up like a ball of earth into the air, and then kind of like imagining yourself kind of like shooting another ball of earth at that ball of earth and kind of exploding it like a projectile. Almost like you're doing kind of like shot put with these little like clay balls. So you're imagining yourself kind of like tossing it around, playing with this earth element. And as you do this, again, imagine yourself just kind of like dancing in ceremony here, feeling this energy moving through you, activating and awakening a latent superpower within your heart, the power of the imagination, the power to connect with these elements. And again, as you do this, literally deeply on a deep level, I want you to connect with the idea that you are these elements in human form. So I want you to begin seeing that they are not separate from you, that the earth is you, the fire is you, the water is you, the air is you. You are all of those elements, literally given the gift of experiencing this existence within the human body. So play with the earth a little bit more. You can even like imagine yourself creating different shapes and objects with the earth. Like you could literally create like a bow staff made out of earth. You could literally just like manifest that within your hands. It would just be like whoosh. Now you're like holding this bow staff and you're kind of like tossing up little chunks of earth and like hitting them out of the air, like creating a little bit of a challenge for yourself, and just being amazed by your ability to show up in these acts of martial arts. And you can even just imagine yourself even just again kind of like doing like cartwheels and backflips and just like hitting all the little targets you're creating for yourself. Really just allowing yourself to just scratch the surface of what you can actually do here in this practice. And then with about 20 more seconds, you're going to conclude this practice, and then we'll bring us back to the nexus and return and enter into the air temple. So allow yourself to bring this earth energy back into your body, back into your form. Gently put your hands on your heart and slowly again just kind of acknowledge the earth temple, say thank you. And when you're ready, entering back into the sacred circle, the nexus, where all the portals to the temples are. And then from here you look into the temple on the far right, the air temple, and you enter into the air temple portal. And as you do, you feel the energy of air. So what does that feel like? Again, it would be like a different type of cooling sensation, one that you can kind of like physically feel as if it's like wind gusting, a breeze. And so from here you enter into this sacred air temple. And again, each temple kind of looks a little bit different, you know, even if you're just associating the colors with it: blue, reds, orange, greens, browns, and then kind of like grays and whites. So here in the air temple, again, adding a little bit of a stance, a horse stance, And then building up that energy from your heart, moving it down into your palms with as much detail as possible. Feeling this air energy swirling in the palms of your hands, creating this little ball of air. And so you can begin moving this air around your body. And again, it kind of changes the way you dance. And you can even imagine that there's like leaves on the surface of this temple floor where you can play with the leaves. So you can kind of see the leaves are kind of like showing you where the air is going. So you can practice like shooting like little gusts of air, little balls of air, kind of creating these like little air tornadoes, and really just allowing yourself to get creative with it, allowing your dance to be expressed in an extension of your ability to be able to move this element through you, through the body. You feel it move through you as you breathe deeply. This air not only moves into your hands, but it enters into your lungs. And as you exhale, you feel this deep, deep sacred connection with these elements. And so you continue to move the air element here just for a little bit longer, and then we're going to conclude this practice. So just allowing yourself to get creative. You can even just imagine yourself kind of like allowing yourself to imagine like kind of like bringing all of these leaves together kind of in a ball, and then kind of toss that ball up into the air, and then you shoot it with like another like air burst, and it explodes into like just like a fireworks display of all these leaves in all directions. So allow yourself to just dance here for a moment more, feeling this energy moving through your body, moving through your spine, any tingling sensations, while at the same time just really focusing on the detail of this imagination. Can you feel the texture of the air? Can you feel the leaves on the ground? Can you feel this energy moving through you? And again, connecting to this idea of the elements being a part of you. You literally are air, are earth, are fire, are water. So in about 20 more seconds, you're just going to play with this for a little bit more, having fun with it. Again, only scratching the surface on what you are capable of doing here with as much detail within your imagination as possible. And then slowly bringing this energy back into your body, kind of moves back into your hands, back into your heart. All of this power is inside of you. It remains inside of you, just kind of waiting for you to release and dance and play with it. And you breathe here, and suddenly as you breathe here with your hands on your heart, suddenly that breath like activates something inside of you. It kind of like opens something up. It brings like this new element of life into your very being, into your auric field as well. So you feel this like swirling of the air energy, of all the energies kind of moving through you. And then slowly from here, you will exit out of the portal. You'll return to the nexus, and we'll just conclude this part of the meditation as you look at all the portals again, and you remind yourself, take a picture of this in your mind. Like literally take a picture with the snap of a finger and remember what this place looks like. And then literally just like loading up a video game or accessing a website, you can return to this space. And you're going to do that later in the day. You're going to do that before falling asleep. You're going to do that while daydreaming. These spaces, these are like sacred temples for you. These are sacred temples for you to be able to practice this, for you to be able to connect with these elements. So allow yourself to explore them more, and know that at these temples, there are teachers. There are other teachers. There are other avatars. There are other mentors and masters that you can learn from. So if you wish to return to them, you can seek them, and you can do it through in your imagination, and you can also do it within the dream space. So bring your hands to your heart as you just acknowledge all the portals. You see the water, you see the fire, you see the earth, you see the air. And as you breathe here, you just acknowledge all of those elements inside of you. Again, you can feel the water within your blood. You can feel the fire within like the chakras, like the ignition of the fire that beats the heart of your drum. You can feel the earth within like your bones. And you can feel the air within your lungs, within your breath. So breathe here, acknowledge the fact that you are all the elements and more. The ether as well is that which moves through you all times. So just take a couple more breaths here. Deep, gentle inhale. Soft exhale. Feeling this activation inside of you. Again, deep, gentle inhale. Soft exhale. Simply by doing this practice, you have connected with a latent aspect of who you are. deeply connected to these elements as a wizard, as a magician, as an avatar, as a light guardian. So allow your heart to just feel a little bit more fuller, a little bit more inspired. And again, as you practice this, you have established a path back to this space where you can explore it more on your own. So gently here, as you continue to breathe, slowly bringing our awareness back to our body while maintaining and carrying with us this inspiration, this open heart feeling, this awareness of the elements inside of us. And when you're ready, slowly wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, and gently bring your awareness back to the space around you. And open your eyes. Awesome. That was dope. Good job, team. Sweet. So go ahead, take a moment here. Just take your time. Go ahead, grab a drink of water if you need it. We're going to just do our quick stand-up meditation, and then we'll go into a chakra practice meditation. That one went a little bit longer than I had intended, but it was still good. So the chakra practice meditation will just be a quick one today, but we're going to stand up in a second. And we're going to go into our movement, and now what we're going to literally do is we are physically going to move with kind of the practice that we were just doing there within our imagination. So if you're enjoying this, before you stand up, if you want to drop some 1111s in the chat, go ahead. But yeah, from here, just inviting you to gently stand up if you are able. If you prefer to stay seated, that is totally fine as well. So go ahead, stand up. All right. Reminder for those of you on TikTok, thanks so much for joining in. On TikTok, if you haven't yet, make sure you're connected to my Instagram and my YouTube. You can find all the recordings for these broadcasts there. They don't record on TikTok, so make sure that you're connected to my Instagram and YouTube. All right, okay. So we don't got too much time, but we're going to make the most of this. So thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Go ahead, start shaking your body. Feeling those elements still within inside of you. All right, we're just gonna do some like quick little like release energy shake. Inhale, exhale, and go. We're gonna do that. We're just gonna like release any sort of stagnant energy, and then we're gonna move into literally what you were doing in your imagination. You're gonna do that like physically. This is kind of what I've been like working up to teach you guys, right? So you're like dream warriors, sacred dream warriors, right? Wizards. All right. Okay, so what you're gonna do? You're going to follow my lead. You're going to do a deep inhale, and then on the exhale, you're going to go, and you're going to shake your body. You're going to make that whatever noise, and you're going to do this, and you're just going to kind of like move stagnant energy. So if you've never done this before, then congratulations. You're going to have fun with it. So follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale. Big exhale. Shake it up. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale. Moving that stagnant energy, waking up the body. 1 more time. Inhale. Beautiful. Awesome. All right. Activate your light guardian crystals if you got them. Let's move into a little bit of what we were just doing. So I want you to imagine yourself kind of like going back to you with that ball of water in your hand. So put a little bit of a stance as you're imagining your imagination. If you want to close your eyes while doing this, that's fine. But again, basically from here, we're just going to start dancing as if you are like doing exactly what you were doing in your imagination, and just imagine yourself doing like that water element bending. So do this in a way that's like your own rhythm. So, and I want you to do this in a way that's kind of opening up these energy channels within your body. So as you do this, you're going to find like this like natural flow beginning to emerge. And maybe before you started doing this, again, I guarantee you, if you start doing this more, you're going to find it like naturally just like being very therapeutic, very just like a way to kind of like connect with your own energy. And you might have been before where it'd be like, oh, like I don't dance, like I'm shy, and that's okay. But allow yourself to just kind of like be in this space. So dancing with the element of water. So you can imagine yourself just kind of like these like waves of water just kind of moving before you. And again, you're just kind of dancing in a way where it's like very like martial arts and acrobatic. So it's like Make the sound effects too. The sound effects always help. All right, from there, we're going to move into our fire dancing. So what does fire dancing look like? For you, that might be a little bit different. For me, fire dancing, it's like a little bit sharper. So it's like... So you can imagine right now, feel there's like fire in your hands. For those of you who are just joining in, we just did this like super really cool meditation where we were like working with all the elements at the sacred element temples. So this is what we're doing physically. So for everyone right now, just 30 seconds of dancing like fire. Make those sound effects. Believe me, it helps. And as you do this, I want you to like feel powerful. I want you to like feel this connection. Like this isn't just something where it's like, yeah, we are playing, but this is like literally you connecting. Like you can't deny the fact that you have these elemental energies within you. So this is like creating the channels where you can bring them forth. So just dance like fire for a little bit more. And again, you can kind of like augment your reality with imagination. Like even though there's nothing here, there is something there. So it's like visualize that ball of fire within your hands. And then again, what you're doing here, this is like literally training you to be able to do this within the dream space. If you do habits like this physically, you will begin doing this within the dream space. So just again, 30 more seconds, dancing like fire. I don't care if people are tuning in and they're just like, this guy's too weird for me. Like, that's okay, man. I don't take it personally. Like, this is like, we're past the point where I'm worried about people thinking we're weird. Like, this is like us like saving the planet right now. Captain Planet. Like, that was all elementals too, right? Like, earth, wind, fire, like, you know. So, all right, okay, dance like earth. So what does earth look like? A little bit heavier, a little bit kind of like lower in your stance. So you can imagine you're kind of like building the earth up in your hands. So it's like, and you can even imagine if you're like in like this like empty space right now. Again, augment with your imagination. Like flex your imagination while you're here with your eyes open, or close your eyes and just like imagine like kind of like shifting earth. You can imagine kind of like picking up like boulders and just being like again, the sound effects are really important. Okay, just for like 10 more seconds because we have to move into our chakra practice meditation. But again, if you're enjoying doing this, go do this on your own. Like, do this in a field. Like, have fun with it. Put on some dope music and do this. Like, it's not just having fun. You're literally connecting with energy channels that are like bringing forth this like very important energy. And like tapping into latent abilities. All right, dance like air. What does air look like? So again, air would be like a little bit lighter. So suddenly like your body feels as if it's like almost like 20 pounds lighter. Keep breathing here. 10 more seconds. Bring yourself to a standstill. Just hold this energy. Allow yourself to feel what you're feeling right now. Feeling all those elements in you. Honoring them. Water, fire, earth, air. Activating the avatar within you. The dream warrior. The light guardian. Beautiful. All right. Okay, what we're going to do here, we're just going to do a quick dragon's roar, and then we have to move into a chakra practice. We might even barely get to the chakra practice meditation. I apologize for that, but we normally do it every day. So quick dragon's roar. We're going to do a deep inhale. On the exhale, I want you to go, and when we do that, we're just like moving out like any sort of like gray smoke that's kind of like stagnant energy in us, and we're bringing in fresh energy, and we're releasing any sort of like frustration and stuff like that while honoring at the same time. It's all like sacred love. So again, follow my lead. Deep inhale. Dragon's roar. Do it again. Deep inhale. Inhale again. activating the sacred dragon within you. Take one more moment here. Just breathe, and then we're going to sit down and do our quick chakra. Beautiful. Bring yourself down to seated. All right. We're going to go right into the chakra practice meditation. For those of you who are new, be sure to check out the recordings. And then you'll understand a little bit more. I can also send you the 2-hour lecture about this. But normally this is like part of the routine, but we just kind of ran short on time today. So I'm just going to get right into it. If you're brand new here, just focus on the sensations and just focus on kind of like being mindful of just like the breath and the practice itself. All right, follow my lead. Deep inhale, exhale. Exhale. Let's move right into it. Inhale, the sound E. E. Inhale, the sound A. A. Inhale, the sound O. This is strengthening our energetic body. O. Inhale, ah. Inhale, you. Inhale, M. Inhale, S. I'm gonna go through it one more time. Again, the quick explanation for this. As we're doing this, we're like balancing the chakras, toning them, opening up those energetic channels, balancing them, strengthening the energetics, strengthening the auric, strengthening the energy body, strengthening the physical, mental, astral. So again, if you do this practice like more than just this while doing the other stuff, like you're gonna get good at like kind of like noticing your awareness of energy, becoming like awakening your conscious within this dimension and beyond. So, all right. Okay, inhale, follow my lead. Inhale, the sound E. E. Inhale, A. A. Inhale, O. O. Inhale, Ah. Inhale, you. Inhale, M. Inhale, S. Close your eyes. Just feel what your body feels like right now. Visualizing these like rainbow colors moving through your chakras, moving through your energetic field, your aura, allowing yourself to just be very present in this moment, feeling the nurturing and this awakening of this sacred guardian within you. A very sacred archetype, this light guardian. Those of us who are connected with our heart, who are connected with the power of our imagination, who are connected with the elements, who are here to show up in service, to be pillars of light, to be portals of inspiration. So take one more breath here. Conclude your practice with gratitude and honor. Thank yourself. Thank the team. Carry this vibration with you throughout your day, throughout the week, throughout the month. Nurture it, honor it, water it like a plant, and it will continue to grow. Beautiful. All right. Concluding off this practice with just a little bit of eye gazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in once again. Again, reminder, please feel free to send me a direct message if you just want to express your gratitude. I always appreciate receiving those messages. Share this broadcast with one friend. Invite one friend to tune into this again, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Recordings are on Instagram and YouTube. You can support on Patreon if you want to be able to do that and get more perks and everything like that. So again, the light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. So thank you for being here and for doing all that you you do. So sending you amazing energy. Have an amazing day. Carry this vibration with you. End it off with a wolf howl. Much love. Keep it shifty. And as always, I will see you in the future. All right. Thanks, TikTok. Make sure you're connected to my Instagram and YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you, YouTube as well. Like this video if you didn't like it yet on YouTube and stuff. Thank you.